In this video, we're going to be going through form fields inside of the catalog builder. So if you haven't created a template yet, first you need to create a category, which you can do so here by opening this up. Couple quick steps. You can upload or pick an avatar and you're ready to go. Now say if you have this operations category, you can click on new template to create a new one. And that will bring up, you can add a name, description, choose whether you want to be linear with the general queue, or parallel. Once we close this, let's go into a vendor management template, which has already been created. And you can see here that there are 9 form fields. We can click this link, which will bring us to the same place as this tab on the left-hand side. By default, you're in a non-editable status. So to open this up, click Edit Template at the very bottom. Now to add fields, you can click on the Add Field button at the very bottom and select your different data type. I'll go through these individually. So we have text, checkboxes, like a tick box, select or multi-select, and this can be cascading up to 2 levels deep. A date, which can be date or date and time. User, which is a roster of the members or users inside of your organization, as well as you have the ability to create a subset. We have file upload, which you can add up to 5 files per form field. Number, which supports formulas, currency for dollars, as well as tables, which allow you to support both horizontal and vertical column headers. Now, as we go through each of these, the idea is that we are trying to figure out what data do we want to collect for our form. And when you open up each of these fields, they have different properties associated with them. So for example, for this text fields, as you can see here, we can choose how minimum we want the length to be or maximum. You can add in multiple rows. So for example, this can be, if I click on 1, 2, 3 and preview the ticket, you can see that this title is, 1, 2, 3 kind of rows high. And if I go back here and I go actually back to 1 and I click on preview ticket, you can see that this is collapsed quite a bit. Now, for validation, we have additional options like numeric, alphabetic, alphanumeric, or email. Say, for example, I clicked on numeric. This would only allow numbers. So if I went back to preview ticket and started typing A, you'll see that this is invalid. But if I type 1, 2, 3, this satisfies it and is valid. For conditionals, I'm going to go through this in a separate video called conditional fields, and you can check that out through our training videos. When I mentioned the multi-select, you can see here that I have select chosen, and right here I have various options. You also have the ability to allow the user to select multiple of these, and I can go ahead and click on one of these options to open this up, and you can see that if I wanted to add a field below, all I have to do is do that, and if I want to add a sub-option, I can do that, and also a further sub-option. So for example, if I had, apples, and then fruit, and then veggies, and click save, if I go to preview ticket, you can see here that I have apples, fruit, and then veggies as a cascading selection. Now, for file uploads, you can see it's by default max uploads 1. You can add that up to 5. Oh, actually, sorry, it is up to 10. So you can do that there. And then additionally, for each field, you have the ability to add in help text, where you can add in new characters. You can add in tags, which I've covered in a different video. And a responder field is really interesting as well. This basically allows you to limit who can fill out this information. If it's not restricted to any steps, that means that any responder can go ahead and click edit on the field once it's been submitted. For example, if I go into this vendor management template, let's go here, click on vendor management. You'll see here as we scroll down, these are responder only fields. So I'm unable to fill these out. However, once the ticket is submitted, a user can go ahead and fill this out. Jumping back here, and we go to form fields, and we can review a few other ones. Date, if we open up the properties here, you can see that it's date only, but you can also select date and time. So this is a quick overview of how you can set your form field inside of your template in the catalog builder, and I'll review conditionals in more detail later.